Close-Up is brought to you by the Kia Sorento R, redefining the power of Kia.
It sounds a no-brainer. A good paycheck in Aussie dollars, food and accommodation paid while you work across the Tasman, but the kicker? You don't have to give up your Kiwi home. Doug Foster thought it was such a good idea he headed back to his old hometown Kaitaia to sell the locals on it. But is there a catch? Jill Higgins went to find out.
There was only a few days' notice, but the crowd still came.
Oh, absolutely blown away. I just didn't realise that we would have such a great turnout.
Seems no one wanted to miss the chance to hear how to make big money.
Annual income that you could earn across there is between 70,000 and 150,000 Australian dollars per annum.
It's a topic that's hit a nerve at every port of call in Northland.
We just can't get ahead. We're just treading water with our mortgage and just over it.
Well, there's hardly any jobs left.
Held the first meeting in Kaikoui and we sort of expected around 100 people. Well, there was 600. So then the one in Ruakaka, we had 1,500 people there and there was people that couldn't get in the hall.
Why you're interested?
Well, money, of course.
Australia does pay a lot better than New Zealand.
Especially here. There's a mining boom in Perth, and offshore gas and oil rigs are cranking up production.
They're looking for 35 to 40,000 workers in extra workers in WA this year.
The idea is to cash in on those higher Aussie salaries while keeping New Zealand as home.
Fly to Australia, do the work, and bring your money and back home to your whānau. Your food, your accommodation is looked after, your food is looked after, you're fed 3 meals a day.
I wanted a fly in, fly out type role because I don't want to move there.
My wife would be quite happy if she stayed here and I went away and worked.
Australia has the resource of the minerals. New Zealand has the resource of people.
I've been trying to get in the mines for 2 years, but I didn't really know who to contact or how to do it.
You need to get yourself a tax file number, bank accounts, set yourself up with accommodation, get yourself a car. There's all sorts of things that need to be in place. And if we can do that prior to people going across, if we can go to these mining companies and say, look, we've got these people that are ready to go.
But to make it work, don't you need to have a relevant skill before you go there?
Could be that they have done cooking or cleaning or they worked in the hospital or there's many skills, and we're going to cover the whole range of skills.
Which is what this former cleaner wants to hear. Being on the minimum wage, her reasons for wanting a break are obvious.
Financial reasons. It'll get me something I've never ever thought it'll come my way. I'd like to work up to be a dumpster. Yeah. Something I've always had in the back of my mind for years and years. Never thought I'd get the opportunity.
Now as we start getting everybody's CV into place.
People's hopes and dreams are now resting on this man's shoulders. They're relying on him.
You started off there, you worked up to that, and what you're doing then? How long you been there?
I achieved telling the bosses what to do.
But Doug Foster talks from experience. His mum still lives here in Kaitaia, and he left the town with only a basic education. But he took a punt.
Got into the oil and gas industry and got my skill levels right up into sort of management position.
How are you doing now?
I'm doing very, very well.
Well enough to have this as his second home.
This is our reward for it. And now we're sort of looking at now as retiring back here in Wanganui and enjoying what we've actually achieved.
How are you? Long time, eh?
Yeah, mate.
You getting skinny?
Yeah.
It's what he says he wants for people in his hometown.
So what's in this for you?
We are a recruitment company, so we will charge a fee to the company. We will make money out of it, but also my first reason for doing this was because I could see that our people could do a lot better.
Because of course there are some scams going on and people have become a bit wary of this sort of thing.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of feedback on that where, just another scam. And there are companies that are charging people $200+ just to become part of that company and putting their CVs into their database with no real guarantee that they're going to get employed. Well, we don't do that. We're not interested in taking people's money.
But the next morning there are seminar attendees who have some concerns.
Just the cost of travelling backwards and forwards there, whether it's going to be worth it. yeah, you've got to do the sums and see whether you're actually better off.
And airfare is nothing. I mean, if they go across to Australia, they're working in Australia, they pay their tax in Australia, and then they bring their money back and they're gaining by the exchange rate.
So, hand on heart, you think this really could be better for people that live here?
Oh, absolutely. It'll be good for the economy of New Zealand if we can get this spread throughout New Zealand. They're bringing the money back. It's good for the economy, it's good for people, it's good for their lifestyle, and they'll be a lot happier. It'll be a better place to live.
So he's got the interest. Now it's down to his company Reciprocus to get a website, to talk to airlines, to clarify tax. That's a lot more organising before any dream jobs come this way.
I'm hoping within the next month or so that we're ready to go.
So you heard it, Doug Foster hopes to have the first workers heading to Perth in a month's time. No doubt there'll be a lot of interest from people around the rest of our country, so we'll keep you posted on their progress.